Welcome to another episode of the Lancescurv Show. You probably already heard this already, but I have a few thoughts on this story. I'm going to read it out of the New York Post. It's about the Federal Reserve System crashing temporarily, or so they say. We don't know what's going on in the world, but this is very important, okay? I'm going to read this out of the New York Post, and it's a short story, short article, but it pretty much covers all bases. The title is Fed Blames Operational Error That Crashed FedWire, Other Key Systems. The Federal Reserve said it is restoring services that were thrown offline Wednesday by an operational error that spurred outages in a dozen areas, including check clearing and FedWire, which handles trillions of dollars in transactions daily for the world's biggest banks. A Federal Reserve operational error resulted in disruption of service in several business lines, the Fed told Reuters in an email statement. We are restoring services and are communicating with all Federal Reserve Financial Services customers about the status of operations. All 9 of the Fed's electronic services crashed in the early afternoon, and by 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time had been restored, but the key FedWire funds system that allows banks to settle large payments like mortgages or commercial loans and acts as a clearinghouse for financial institutions executing major transactions was still down. The affected services form the hidden backbone to the U.S. banking system, facilitating check clearing and allowing billions of dollars of payments to flow directly through the financial system, including credit and debt transfers and all transactions of U.S. Treasury bonds. The outage was being mocked and celebrated on social media by cryptocurrency supporters who have long supported electronic ledger blockchain technology as a superior and safer alternative to the Fed's current system. They would celebrate it because I'm expecting to see an upsurge with the cryptocurrency. It's going to happen because now this has got to be either something very embarrassing or something very engineered. And you know which one I'm leading toward. Something very engineered, okay? Like a warning shot. Not to be paranoid, but I do not trust these people any one bit. This happens, and it's a glitch. It's okay, you know it happened, and things happen. And then when it happens again, finally, for the real time, and stays down for a long time, what are you going to do? So, I'm all about preparedness and not fear-mongering. You need to be prepared just in case this thing goes down. How will you get your money? How will you get your pension check, your pension payment? How are you going to pay your bills when you're dependent on their system? I'm not saying run to any other form of money and payment. All I'm saying is be prepared. Do you have cash on hand? Do you have a large set of cash on hand? Do you have gold? Do you have silver? We understand that talk, and we know that we can't liquidate gold like going to the store and, I got gold, so I'm just going to go and change it over. No, you can't change it over the way you would change over a 20 into $4, $5 bills. We understand that. It's a process. But whether it's something that happened for real or whether it is engineered and you're not ready for something to really happen like that bad, prepare yourself. That's all I'm saying. This is not going to be a long video. It's just, that's my thought. Prepare yourself. Okay? One thing we need to go back to in our community is bartering. As corny as it may seem, like, okay, you're not going to get a pension check or pension money sent in your account by bartering, but you can survive a lot longer. If we get into that mentality again, we've got to get out of the system, not just physically, but we've got to not depend on it this way where we are messed up. When they mess up, we are messed up. No, it shouldn't be that way. When they get messed up, it should be at a minimum for us. We got to figure out different ways for those who may be on a pension that, okay, I get this pension money coming in, but what about my side hustle that I deal with hand to hand with the people who are around me to keep me surviving? Why are you sitting down and letting money sit in a system that can potentially crash? And if you do have enough money to pay off your mortgage, why don't you pay it off? Money is no good sitting in one spot. You have to use your money, put action to it, let it work for you. And I'm not a guy who knows much about how everything works, but I'm a practical kind of person. And most of us run around here protecting our money. We just want to keep it in the bank and look at it and call up the bank and hear them say, well, no matter what you have, if it's $395, if it's $395,000, we like that because we have money. But is it growing for you? Because if the system crashes, you won't get any of it. So do something with your money. Having it sitting in the bank is not security anymore, because the whole system can be wiped out and you're left with nothing. Because if they're jammed up, you're jammed up. Simple as that. What was it, Greece? Many years ago? It wasn't forever, but I remember, I think it was Greece years ago, where the system there, the banking system there crashed. And they had to, I think they could only take out like the equivalent of $35 a day. Imagine that. And then there were long lines and cash was running out. And, imagine the guy in front of you, gets him money and you go there and, oh, sorry, we don't have any more. How are you going to protect yourself with that? Again, we can have a terrorist attack. We can have a catastrophe, but we don't think about the money system jamming up. And we don't get any more money and we can't get food. And that ties in with the supermarkets that may not have the food because people hoarded it up. And then the power outages that come. And then weird engineered weather that can come. It's like a domino effect, but they're showing us these things time and time, but we're still waiting for everything to go back to normal. There is no more normal, family. And then we have this COVID. And the next wave is going to come. We're already jacked up. For those who had to work at home, which is not a bad thing, right? But you're ordering things. You're depending on the system. You break out with your debit card or your credit card and you buy things. Well, what happens if the system crashes and you're working home and now you can't pay your electric bill, your light bill, because you have no job or no money? The money's going down, and the job that you had, you have no access to because you have no electricity. Even if it's for a few days, but that's going to affect your money. All I want you to do is just look at how interconnected things are. It's not, well, that's just the Feds or that. No, it's like dominoes, and you line the dominoes up and you push one and they all fall, and they all fall quick. So imagine there's a electric grid breakdown. Imagine the internet you have no access to. You can have all the electricity in the world. If the internet breaks down and is not there, or you can't have access to it, if you have no power, it's there, right? Either or. YouTube a couple of years ago shut down and people were panicking on that just for YouTube. I understand. I'm on YouTube. I watch YouTube. I have my website, Lancescurv.com. But if we have no electricity, we can't get to it. So ride it as much as you can, but understand that you're going to have to prepare yourself to let go. We have to come out of this world, this engineered world that is not real. Go back to bartering. Go back to sitting down around a dinner table and having a conversation with your family. Go back to taking those walks. Go back to gardening. Go back to a hot climate, y'all, because you got to pay for heat. Get to a hot climate, buy your tanks, capture your rainwater, create those underground wells. Let's go back to that. We're so far away from that security, yet we're duped into feeling a sense of security in a system that can crash, and a system that will crash. And when it crashes across the board, it's going to be mayhem, and many of us are not going to be able to take it. And that person who's nice and gentle and kind and greets you every morning and seems to be a nice person, we're all going to turn into animals when there's no food, no electricity, no money. That fake money, it's not real. While it has a semblance of power, use it. Use it. Make it work for you. Get some land. That's the real money. Grow some fruit. That's the real money. Collect your rainwater. That's the real money. See, everything in nature is very efficient. It's not going to shut down and leave everything else behind. Look at the beauty of it. In the city, you have to go and buy, if you have a little garden, I got to buy manure. No, you collect your manure and put it out by your own plants. Nature doesn't waste anything. And nature never leaves you hanging, never leaves you flat. But we believed or feel we know, and we're so sophisticated because we're in this technological whatever. Yeah, understand it, learn it, but the party's not going to last forever, y'all. I don't want to go on and on about it. You know the deal. Those who are on this channel, who are with the Lancescurv family, y'all are smart. You know what's up. But maybe somebody who doesn't know these things, not that I know so much, but I got common sense, right? And with common sense, you can go a long way. But the ability to let go of this system, a lot of us talk it and know it, but when it comes down to it, we can't let go. So you must understand survival skills and how to make ends meet without this system. And as you transition, always stay there. I know I'm coming out of the system. I'm working on it as we speak, and y'all know that, right? But I just don't want to see my people suffer. Just prepare yourself, everybody, and try to work yourself out of this system, this engineered man-made system that will crash in different aspects and will leave you hanging with disastrous results. They don't care about you. You have to care about you and your family, and you have to be prepared. Thank you so much. Lancescurv out. On to the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.
Feel the warmth of my face. There's a lot to do now, but there ain't no race. I sip my coffee, I'm feeling fine. No need to work yet, I'm gonna take my time. It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way. It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way. Take a look out my window. See the birds in the trees. Their songs inspire me to sing a sweet melody. How do they do it? Not a care and so free. Wanna step into their world. Who